Your airway. The airway of any patient is the size of your trachea, is the size of your pinky. So your trachea is the size of the pinky that you have. Look at the little ones that are around your house and think, man, no matter what they eat, if it's anything bigger than their pinky, they have a chance of choking on it. Here's what happens in a choking. You have this trachea that's right here anterior to your esophagus. Anything you eat, if it's not stopped by the epiglottis that closes right over the trachea, it's going to have a chance to choke you out. That epiglottis that shuts down is to force that food in the back into the esophagus. But every once in a while we're like, and we're choking, right? What have you choked on before?
Steak.
What? Steak. What?
Grape.
A grape?
Gummy bear.
Gummy bear?
My sister choked on meatball. Those are like spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
How about a hot dog? Anybody choking a hot dog? Chips? Ice? I choked on Stromboli. They told me. I was dating my wife, and they're like, they set it down. They're like, hey, listen, it's really hot, so take it easy. I'm like, yeah, okay. Dive into that. Boom, I take a bite. I'm chewing it. You know how the cheese is so hot that it doesn't cut off? So it's like half in my mouth and the other half in my colon and never separated. I'm just like, I'm pulling hunks of cheese out on the table, man. My wife's like, oh my goodness. She still married me. You know why. Anyhow. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, if for some reason I'm choking, come here, man, I was getting all ready for you. I'm choking. Come here, honey. Say old boy's choking. If he's moving any air, encourage him to cough. If for some reason he has a total stoppage of air, you just got a few seconds before he goes unconscious. So that's when you need to jump in for what's called a Heimlich maneuver. You're gonna take a stand like a boxer's fighter stance. At this point, you're gonna come behind him and you're gonna ask, "Are you choking?" You're gonna see eyeballs like that. They're gonna be sweating profusely. And they're gonna look scared to death because I know when I choked, I didn't care who's around or what I looked like. I was scared as heck. You? There you go. Anybody good? So you're gonna come behind him. Are you choking? You're gonna make a fist. You're gonna come right behind him, and you're gonna put it on his belly button. Okay? You're gonna grab the hand right here, and you're gonna do. That's my phone, by the way. You do upward thrust. That was awesome, wasn't it? It wasn't my phone. My phone's on the counter. You're gonna do upward thrust, okay? For the purpose of this class, I want you to simulate your upward thrusts. So everybody grab a partner. Oh yeah. Grab a partner and do a Heimlich. Take your stance, make your fist, put it on the belly button. He either better get it out himself or he dead. You could come up actually under the arms to the chest. Feel that? Just like that. It's the same thing as if old boy was pregnant. Just be an example. Say he was in his 3rd trimester and he's got the big old tummy and you don't want to do Heimlich on somebody, you'd be like poof and then poof. Then you got a baby named after you. You want to come down here and do the same thing on somebody that's pregnant that's choking. Just like that, okay? Questions on that? All right, good. Now, what happens if you're alone?
Chair.
Take small bites. I'm telling you, you got a great chance of dying.
You can use a chair.
You can use a chair, but that's totally not as effective as if somebody were to come up and do the Heimlich on you. And the problem with the chair is you got a couple shots, and you better get it right, because you probably didn't have much left in you after you were hitting this before you started going out.
Yeah, I was like seriously about to pass out.
Yeah. So the key is take small bites when you're alone. If for some reason,
Only when you're alone.
or if you marry a giant and you're a little midget, make sure the giant doesn't choke or he dead, all right? But that Heimlich maneuver, you have a greater chance of doing than you actually do CPR. It's very important that you understand the importance of rapid intervention because most people want to sit there and die in the last stall of the bathroom because they're so embarrassed. So you're going to look for the person that's going, hey, are you choking? Are you choking? And then you'll see when they reach that point where they can't do it anymore, they're going to call for your help. And their eyes are going to be that big and they're going to be sweaty and you need to get in there. And usually what happens, it's not on the first time, but it's that second time that's going to get it out. Anybody had a Heimlich maneuver done on them or did it on somebody? What happened?
I was like 2 and I choked on a grape and my mom said I went.
Yeah.
And she just grabbed my shirt and like put me forward.
Bam!
She said that grape went flying across the room.
I bet, because of the pressure, exactly. You bring up a good point. People say, well, how old before you can't do Heimlich? If they can stand, you can go right behind them and do the Heimlich. I'm talking kids that are 1 year old. 1-year-olds stand. You go right behind that little one and do the same Heimlich maneuver. If it's a small little infant baby, you can do back blows, just like we showed right there. Flip them back over and do back blows. And usually kids are like 4, 5, 6 months are choking not on Legos and grapes, but they're choking on breast milk or other types of milk products or goobers or some baby food, and they can spit that stuff out, okay? Goobers. Any questions? All right, good. Are you done yet?
Nope.
Gosh. I want everybody who's being recorded to have to sign off, and if you don't feel calm, sign off. Okay, next group. Group one, on the ground. All right. What's the first thing we do? Check scene safe. Now what? Let's respond. Who do you call? Start. How do you find your landmarks?
They tell us in Lego.
Yeah, nipple line or 2 fingers above the xiphoid or that center sternum. Child. Perfect. Now don't stop. This is the muscle memory. Don't stop. Now, if we were going to incorporate breathing, you'd want to do this for an undisclosed amount of time. People are being trained nowadays to do compressions when it comes to novice rescuers. But if you go more than 3-4 minutes, you probably want to give a couple breaths. Okay? So if you were to give some breaths to people, or say you had somebody that is an asthmatic or somebody that has respiratory failure and you got to breathe for them, the same thing applies. You'd want to tilt their head, pinch your nose, and give 2 breaths. So, just for the purpose of example, so you know how to do it, you're going to simulate this. Tilt their head, pinch the nose, and simulate 2 breaths. Pinch the nose, tilt the head, tilt the head, tilt the head. There you go. How do you know the breaths go in? Rise and fall of the chest. What if it doesn't go in? What do you do? Retail. Go back to your compressions. Good. Don't stop.